had this vision in my mind that when May 2022 got here, that I was gonna have my nice apartment in Northern Virginia, that I was gonna have, my car, I was gonna have my marketing job. I worked so hard with the business stuff, but then it keeps getting shut down. I worked so hard with the YouTube stuff, but I'm still not monetized. I work so hard to make friends, but then I still don't end up with anything. I work so hard to keep a relationship together, and then it still ends up failing. I work so hard to be independent, and now I'm about to go back to my mom's house. Like, it's like I work so hard to have the life that I want to live, and I feel like I deserve it. But for some reason, the universe doesn't feel that way, and I just continue to keep getting punished. Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. So this is my second attempt at making this video because last one I tried to record, the audio was messed up, so this is not my second attempt. But basically, I kind of wanted to make a video about kind of the emotions that I've been having in terms of, my time as a student coming to an end and me graduating. Ever since May 1st hit on the calendar, I have had an immense amount of anxiety. Just thinking about like what's next, because I just don't know what's next, because for the most part, right, when people graduate, like they usually have like something lined up, and of course it's not everybody, but like just from what I can see, and like for the most part, like when like the goal usually is when you graduate, you have something lined up, whether it's an internship or if you're lucky enough a full-time job. Like there's usually some type of like next step or like something that you're working towards, something that's like coming up post graduation. Right now I don't have nothing. I don't have a job secured. I've been in the midst of trying to do that, as I spoke about in my previous video. But yeah, like I don't have anything lined up at the moment. And yeah, like it's just because right now it's looking like I am gonna have to just like go back home for a while, and I don't really know what's next. I don't really know what the future looks like, and that's really scary. And I had this like realization before that I've put a lot of who I am based off of how I am as a student. Like school was kind of like always that crutch of like, like everything that I would do and everything that I would work towards had everything to do with like school and getting my degree. And so now that I'm not having that to work towards, it's like I don't really know what to do or what direction to go into, because again, it's like I want to have a job in my field so I can have like that financial stability and that independence, but then I also have other like goals as well, like this, and running my own business. And it's like I don't really know where to put my focus, and I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I want to make sure that I'm following the path that I'm supposed to be taking, and I don't want to waste time making missteps. And I think there is a fear in not knowing whether or not whatever step that I take, is it the right step. And yeah, just like a lot of that. And I'm not gonna lie, and this is something that again, like I recently like learned about myself, is that I am terrified of the future. I am a control freak. I like to be in control. I like to know what is going to happen, when it's going to happen, and to not have that control and to just kind of leave it up to the universe is like frightening, because again, like there's certain things that like I really really want in life, and the thought that I may or may not, or the thought that I may not get those things that like I really really want in life is like scary. And again, it's like I don't know if I'm doing the right things to get to that point, because again, like, but also too, like there's a lot of stuff that I have worked towards in these past couple of years that have just kind of blown up in my face the past like month. And so it's like, dang, like I really don't know what to do. Because, I think, because I know people say like, don't define your future based on your failures. But people will literally tell you, like people that know me and people that I've spoken about like my past and stuff like that, they'll even tell you like the amount of like bad luck that I get is like insane. Like things just typically don't go my way. I don't typically get the things that I like want and that I work towards. And so it's hard trying to get myself on a mindset of like, okay, just keep pushing, keep trying, you'll get there, when it just seems like I just never get there. Because again, like even with the job thing, like that's been something that I've been actively working towards. I've had a million people look at my resume. At this point, I've done resume workshops, like I've done all of that stuff, right? I've done interview prep. And I've had some pretty good interviews. I've built up an amazing portfolio. Like I've done everything that I can, and it still hasn't amounted to nothing. And then in terms of like business, and again, if you guys have been following me for a while, I've been back and forth with the business stuff. I've been trying to do this since literally freshman year of college, like seriously. Like doing it seriously since freshman year of college, and even that's been like a back and forth thing, because it's like I'm always having to end up shutting down my business because I invest so much money into it and I don't get any of that money back, and then I end up having to close, not because I quit, but just because financially I couldn't continue it. And so that's been like a constant failure. And yeah, like just certain things too, like even in me wanting like more friendships, I mean, and then this goes back to when I was even like a kid, like trying to make friends has been like a hassle. It has been such a headache for me trying to make friends and have like those close relationships, because like I have plenty of acquaintances. I have plenty of acquaintances. I have plenty of people that I'm like, like I have plenty of like surface level friendships, but I want more of like those like deep friendships, people that I can like talk to about anything, or talk to all day about random stuff, or people that have like similar interests as me. Like that's something that I've been wanting and I've been trying to have for like a while, and I feel like I'm graduating college and I don't really have that. And then even like being in a relationship or being in a committed relationship, like that's something that I wanted for a long time. That was something that I thought I would never get, and then I had it for like a short amount of time, and then now that's gone. So it's like everything has just like blown up in my face right before I gotta graduate and go out into the world, and it's like I'm freaking out. Like I'm freaking out because like I just don't know what to do, because again I just don't want to waste time doing stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing. And it's scary, and it's also scary to think about like how long some of these things might take me. Like how long is it going to take for me to find a job? How long is it going to take for me to finally be independent, something that I have wanted and worked for so long? How long is that going to take? I don't want to be at home for 1 or 2 more years. Like everyone's telling me, oh, just stay at home for like a year and save up money. No. I mean, granted, it's looking like I'm gonna have to, but I really don't want to do that, because again, like, and again, if you know me, you know that I like that is something that I have been like actively trying to do, is like by the time I graduate, I'm like moved out and financially independent. Like, and for me not to have that is just again disheartening, and I don't know how long it'll be before I get that, and that sucks. And I don't know when, because like even with the friend thing, it's like, because I said this on Twitter too, but like how do you make friends as an adult? Like I feel like making friends as an adult is so hard. When you have school, it's easy because you have classes and group projects and in clubs. Like, you have so many opportunities to meet people. When you're an adult, you might meet people at your job, but then what if you can't stand your coworkers? Like, there's a fear in that too. Like, I just like school has been like a big safety net for me. I feel like school has been the place to where I would work towards a lot of those things, and like I've had the most opportunities to work towards some of like my biggest goals. And so now that I'm kind of just gonna be like out in the world trying to figure things out, it's like, I don't know what that's gonna look like. So yeah, like just not having anything like together, or just not having the things that I want in life, like literally nothing. Like, some people have like one thing but not the other, like. And so for me, it's like it's kind of been hard trying to like explain that to people too, because, and also too, like when I talk to people about the job thing, like they're always saying like, and I spoke about this in the previous video, but people telling me how it took them like years to find something in their field, or they had to apply to 500 places before they landed something. That doesn't make my mind settled. If anything, it just makes me worry more, because I'm like, that's not what I want. Like, and it just sucks because I feel like I just feel like I deserve it. Like, I just feel like I deserve the things that I want in life. I feel like I've worked hard. I feel like I've done everything possible that I can think of. I feel like I've also like, and this also ties back into my whole thing of not believing in karma, because I feel like I put so much good out there in the world, and I do so much for people, that the way that the universe just continues to like punish me and just not give me the things that I want, it's very frustrating, and it does make me question, like, okay, what in the world am I doing wrong? Because I am like trying my hardest to like be a good person and be a good friend, and utilize my resources, and like I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not getting rewarded for it, and I'm just frustrated, and like I'm trying not to quit, and I'm trying not to give up, but it's like something's got to give. Like, again, because I've been working so hard. Like, I work so hard with the business stuff, but then it keeps getting shut down. I work so hard with the YouTube stuff, but I'm still not monetized. I work so hard to make friends, but then I still don't end up with anything. I work so hard to keep a relationship together, and then it still ends up failing. I work so hard to be independent, and now I'm about to go back to my mom's house. Like, it's like I work so hard to have the life that I want to live, and I feel like I deserve it, but for some reason the universe doesn't feel that way, and I just continue to keep getting punished, and I'm frustrated, and again, the stress of what post grad is going to look like has literally been keeping me up at night, because I'm a worrier. And I just want to know that everything's going to be okay and everything's going to work out, and I am going to get all the things that I want in life. But at this point, the way my life has been going, I just don't know anymore. And so a part of me is like, okay, I can't really do anything about it, and there's not really any point of stressing, and I just got to take it day by day and just wait for things to happen, because I can't force things to happen. I can just continue to work towards it, and whatever happens. And so a part of me feels like that, but then another part of me is like, but I can't just sit here and do nothing. And so it's like, I don't know, like, again, with me going back home and not having anything career wise is like unsettling. And then me also being isolated from everybody, because no one that I know, or no one that I'm cool with, lives where I live. And so I'm gonna be isolated, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna like grow apart from everybody that I'm like cool with now, and like the friendships that I'm building now aren't gonna grow because I'm not with those people or near those people anymore. It's a lot, and it just really, really sucks, because I've had this dream, I've had this vision in my mind that when May 2022 got here, that I was gonna have my nice apartment in Northern Virginia, that I was gonna have my car, I was gonna have my marketing job, and I was gonna have my relationship, and I was gonna have like all these best friends. Like I just had this whole vision in my mind, and it just blew up in my face. And so it's like, yeah, I'm kind of panicking. But there's not really much I can do about that. And like I said, like, because everyone's also been telling me too, like, oh well, once you have a plan and once you figure out what your next step is, like, you'll feel better. But that's a part of my stress. I don't know what the next step is. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. Like that. That's really truthfully what it is. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what the next step is. I don't know what I should be doing. Some people are telling me that I should just take a break from the job hunting, and I should take a break from all of that, and I should just take like at least a month or two to relax and do nothing, cuz I've been doing school nonstop, literally doing summer classes in between regular semesters, and some people have told me like enjoy some time like not having any responsibilities. But then I have other people telling me to keep looking for a full-time job. Something's out there. I have other people telling me, well, just pick up something part-time. And I've had people telling me stay at home for a year or two and save money. And it's like, I don't even know what I want to do. I know what I want, but I don't know. I just feel like nothing I'm doing is working, and I don't know. I just don't know. And it's really scary. And I'm gonna make a bigger like video about this, but again, two of my biggest fears is not being successful and ending up alone. And those two things have been, again, keeping me up at night and making me really fearful, because I am scared that either I'm gonna end up not being successful, or that it's going to take me like 20-30 years to reach success. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not knocking nobody that, because like most of the successful people that we know today, they didn't just get successful quickly. Like a lot of people didn't see that kind of success until they were like in their 40s and 50s. Just realistic, like not realistically, but preferably, I don't like, I don't want to, I don't want it to take that long. I don't want it to take that long for me to experience some form of success. And same thing with like relationships. Like I don't want to be that person that's like 55 getting married. Um, like I don't want that either. But that's a whole nother video about that. But yeah, I'm just yeah. Like I'm worried about not being successful. I'm worried about ending up alone and being single for the rest of my life. I'm worried about not having those like close friendships and close relationships that I want. I'm worried about just not achieving the things that I want, not getting my apartment, not getting a house one day. Like there's so many things that I want in life, and I'm not saying I want a house anytime soon, but I'm just saying like I have goals and aspirations that I want. But I don't know, man. The universe likes to screw me over a lot, and I just want to see something, fulfilled. Like I want to see some type of like just something. Just give me something. just give me something, so I feel like life is like moving in the right direction, and I am gonna eventually get blessed with the things that I want. Cause it just seems like everything that I want so bad just keeps getting taken away from me, and it's just like I don't know how much longer that is gonna last, because I'm 22 and I feel like my life has been 95% failure. I just don't typically get rewarded for the hard work and the good energy that I put out there. And so I'm like, do I need to start being mean? Do I need to start stealing? What do I need to do in order to like course correct the universe and to get those things? Because also, I know people always talk about manifesting. You gotta say what it is that you want. But that's the thing, I've been manifesting, I've been putting it out there what I want, and all of that, and it just has not come true. And it's just like I don't know what to do at this point. And so yeah, I don't know. That's my rant for the night. I kind of just had to get that off my chest because yeah, it's been stressing me out. Graduation has been stressing me out. I have yet to feel any, like, other than being done with schoolwork, I don't have any like happy emotion tied to graduation. I just have a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of disappointment. Let me know if you guys have experienced this before, like if you guys ever had any type of like uneasy feeling in terms of graduating for college. And yeah, any tips, advice, I don't know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.